against the Knicks. Like the film Jalen Brunson on trip, man.
She turn up the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She counting up bands. She turn up the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She showing her.
That's a good one, Pete.
One-on-one pull up with tens. One-on-one never again. One-on-one. Don't get the cake in the butter. I kinda like hustle the money.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline.
It was almost like they looked stunned when the game slipped through their fingers. Being on the wrong end of an upset leads to a quiet ride home.
Yes, that's definitely one that they want back, but you can't dwell on mistakes in the NBA. They need to forget about it, and it's on to the next one.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Basket counts.
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
Sharp. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharpe. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
About a minute into this first quarter, here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Even though Fox is just 6'3", he's got some hop, showing them off a little bit on that play.
Pass to Thibault. Inside. Nembhard outside. And there's the lob. It's stolen by Barnes. To the inside. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharpe. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Oh boy, he's looking reckless now. Yet another foul call on him.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Here's Fox. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Vassell outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Castle. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points. Closer in to the hoop.
Outside Sharpe. Pass to Nembhard. Off the mark there with a 3.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
It's Barnes on the wing. And it's off from three-point range.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
RJ, with Harrison Barnes on the roster, a team can count on durability and reliability.
Oh, and don't forget about the veteran leadership he brings to the table. You can't underestimate how important it is to have a champion and a veteran like that in your locker room.
It's stolen by Fox. Here's Wembanyama. Portland with a rebound. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And he's going for the oop here. Isaac's shot is off.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Now here's Sharp. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. He's coming to work ready to ball, hitting 3 of his first 4 shots. Okay.
Nembhard outside. Down low. It's tipped. Pass to Sharp to win the drought. And he lays it up and in.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Now here's Fox. 6 points for him. The floater. The rebound by Bamba.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Barnes comes with a double team. Pass to Isaac. Right side Sharp. Nice D from Vassell. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the evening. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Now here's Nembhard. Still without a bucket. Cuts off the pass. Here's Thomas for 3. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Nembhard.
You can tell Cam Thomas has a real aptitude for this game. He can contribute in multiple stats out on that floor.
And he nails the third.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 8-point game. Knocks it loose. 3 on 3. Here's Thomas. Good on the baseline, Jay. Thomas has got 5 now. And so it's San Antonio ending the quarter up 10. They've had incredible success defensively. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Sohan, left side. Pass to Gafford. And they're on the break. Here's Henderson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the better of bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense. And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Here's Henderson. Pass to Rivers. Tries to spin move. Thomas with a steal. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Thomas has got 5 points now in the quarter. We're about a minute and a half into this second quarter. Avdia with it. Gafford picks him up. Hammers the lob through.
In the lob game, you don't see that many 6'2 players on the finishing end, but Henderson is a prime exception.
Top of the key. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Blazers trail by 9. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes.
And it's big for Thomas's confidence when he's knocking that down. Keep shooting, young man.
Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Blazers trailed by 12. Henderson for 3. Connects from downtown. Henderson's got 7 points.
He's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Here's Rivers. Another 3 for Portland.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Thomas outside. Nice move. Avdia pulls it in.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Gafford the screen. And here's Thomas from the arc. Portland with a rebound. The drive by Rivers. Drops in the layup for 2. And now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
To the paint. Here's Gafford. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. And some changes here for Portland. Now Portland with it. Nembhard outside. Oh, there's the alley. Back come the Spurs in transition. The 3 from Barnes. Knocks it down from distance. Barnes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Spurs foul. Gafford, first personal foul. Second team foul.
55 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Nembhard. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And it's Fox missing.
Yeah, and they've taken their foot off the gas a little. They were much more aggressive to start the game and really getting their opponent in early foul trouble.
And he's going for the lob. And he dunks it down.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Fox moving fast. The shot, no good. Here's Sharp. And there's the drive. Nembhard outside. Lets it go from deep. Tie game in San Antonio. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4". Skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Back to Nembhard. Pass to Bamba. Nembhard outside. Throws it up high. Bamba misses.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Sharp with it. Fox picks him up. Nembhard outside. Fires from the line. And out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Here's San Antonio now. They held a 12-point lead earlier. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. It'll be game number 2 in their 5-game homestand. Outside Wembanyama. Ooh, Wembanyama with the silky stroke from 3.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Poke loose. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Nembhard with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Nembhard outside. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. To the middle. Here's Fox. And Fox powers it home.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Devin Vassell is progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. Here's Thomas for 3. That shot off.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Nembhard outside. And he lobs it up top.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Thomas outside. Here's Gafford. Another shot. Deflected. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gafford. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
They have been pretty disgusting offensively. Too many miscues. They've got to get to the bottom of it.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. And so it's Avdija with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 3. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
It just turns it over in one of the most irritating ways possible. I mean, what was that?
Violations like that, yeah, those will make your coach balder than me.
Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's Thomas. He's got 13. Clock at 6. Gafford the screen. The 3-ball. Thomas, that's good. Thomas has got 16 points now.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
And it's Deni Avdija with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Spurs lead by 6. Here's Champagny. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Here's Rivers. 7 points in the game. And he lobs it up.
And Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Thomas for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Maybe they expended too much energy in the first half. They just look tired here on the defensive end.
And that one good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Thomas outside. Let's go with a 3. That's good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
The ball's knocked loose. Pass to Avdia. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Gafford. It's Thomas on the wing. Misses the 3. And here's Avdia. Puts it in off the killer crossover. Avdia's got 6.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
It's stolen. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. It's the Spurs up by 9. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the...
The Trailblazers, 37.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Spurs lead by 9. Here's Castle. Over to the left wing. It's Fox for the drive. And Fox powers it home.
Yeah, Fox can be so slippery on the drive, making those little adjustments to get by the defense.
Tries again. No good off the glass. Here's Castle. Fox with the ball. Shot clock at 6. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done.
Smooth finish off a terrific feed.
Man, the timing and execution couldn't have been any better right there. Here's Avdia. Rebounded by the Spurs. Pass to Castle. Here's Wembanyama. That shot, no good. Blazers trail by 15. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Here's Henderson. Here's Azubuike. Stolen by Vassell. Here's Fox. Into the lane. And it's Fox with the jam.
Just so crafty getting to the rim. Fox runs inside, leaps over the defense for the easy finish.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And there's the screen. Will it go? Nembhard, good.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul of the game. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
Second team foul.
Blazers on D. It's a 14-point game. Fox for three. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
The shot by Nembhard, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, there's the alley. Throw it down on the lob.
Yeah, the vertical for Sharp is there. He'll be a challenge to contest in this league for sure.
Fox outside. Shot clock at 5. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Thybulle.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Nembhard. Pass to Sharp. Nice catch and finish on the lob.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot.
Fox surveying the D. Spurs need to get one up here. Oh, Fox with a steal. And he lobs it up top. Got a piece of it. Isaac with the steal. Now the Blazers on the move. Barnes with the rebound. Another steal.
Second personal foul. First team.
There's a minute 17 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Nembhard. From outside the arc. Gets the three to fall.
Growing his passing game. Sharp knows being able to reliably create for others will really round out his skill set. And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Spurs.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that any time momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And they're getting ready to notch their 33rd win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for De'Aaron Fox.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
Nembhard outside to halt the run. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on De'Aaron Fox.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
At the line for the Trailblazers, Andrew Nembhard.
Both good from the line that time. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Now Fox. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that about wraps it up.